Have you ever noticed people don't really change slowly? They stay the same until something inside them shifts. We like to believe that change is gradual, that with enough time, we'll become different, better, more aware, more in control. But most of the time, people don't change at all. They repeat the same patterns for years until something interrupts them. Most of the time, nothing really changes. You think the same thoughts, you react the same way, you fall into the same patterns, not because you want to, but because nothing forces you to see them. Comfort doesn't create awareness, it allows repetition. And as long as things feel manageable, your mind sees no reason to change. Some people don't change not because they're unwilling, but because they haven't seen yet. There are moments in life where something becomes clear, not loudly, not dramatically, just undeniable. A pattern you can't unsee, a truth you can't ignore. And once you see it, you don't feel the same anymore. But not all change comes from awareness. Sometimes it comes from something breaking, an expectation, a relationship, a version of yourself you believed in. And in that moment, you don't decide to change. You're forced to, because what you were before no longer works. At some point, it's not dramatic. There's no big event. You're just sitting there. Maybe after a conversation that didn't feel right, or after reacting the same way, again and for a brief second, you notice it, the pattern, the way you keep ending up in the same situations, feeling the same things, making the same choices, and in that moment, it becomes uncomfortable because now you see it. And once you see it, you can't pretend you don't. From the outside, it might look gradual, but from the inside, it rarely feels that way. It feels like a long period of sameness, followed by a shift, a moment where something clicks or collapses, and suddenly you think differently, you see differently, you respond differently. This is the part people don't talk about. Once awareness happens or something breaks, you don't just grow, you lose something. The ability to be unaware again, to ignore what you've seen, to act the same way without noticing it. And that changes everything. Most people don't change because they learn something new. They change because they can no longer ignore what they already knew. And once that moment comes, even if nothing around you changes, you do. If this felt real, you're not alone. Here we explore growth, success, and the human mind without noise. Just honesty. I'll see you in the next one.